P4 number 56, take 2. This has 4y minus 16 over 5y plus 15 divided by 4 minus y over 2y plus 6. Now, I don't like division, so I want to turn this into a multiplication, and we want to use our rule that if a over b is divided by c over d, this is the same thing as a over b times d over c, right? If we flip the second thing over, we can turn the division into a multiplication. All right, so let's do that first. All right, so we're going to get 4y minus 16 over 5y plus 15 times, now the bottom goes to the top, so we're going to get a 2y plus 6 on the top over 4 minus y on the bottom. Okay, now we could certainly go through and just try to multiply these things out, FOIL them out, top to top, bottom to bottom. But I always want to see, can we simplify this a little bit first? Is there anything we can pull out, turn it into more multiplications of smaller things that we can eventually cancel out? Now what we see is that in our first term we have a 4 times our y, and our 16 is 4 times 4. Right, so we can do this as 4 times y minus 4 times 4 on the top. On the bottom, we have a 5 and a 15. 15 is 5 times 3, so we can turn this into a 5 times y plus 5 times 3. Now, our second term, we have a 2y and a 6, but 6 is 2 times 3, so we can turn this into 2y plus 2 times 3 over 4 minus y, and I'm going to leave it like that for a second. There is something we can do with that term, but I don't want to muddy the waters right now. Right, so now what we want to do is we want to use our rule that if we have ab plus ac, we can turn this into a times b plus c, reversing the idea of distribution. So our terms come out to be 4 times the remaining. We have a y minus the 4, y minus 4. On the bottom, we'll pull out our 5, y plus 3 is the remaining bits. Okay. All right. Now our remaining terms, we have a 2 that we can pull out. Okay. Y plus 3 remaining. Okay. And we have our 4 minus y. Okay. Now everything is multiplied and we can cancel out any common bits. Well, we don't have any 4's on the bottom, so we can't cancel out our 4. We don't have any 2's on the bottom, we can't cancel out our 2's. We don't have any 5's on the top, so we can't cancel those out. But we have a y plus 3 that we can cancel out. Simplifying, multiplying our 2 and our 4 to get an 8. We're going to y minus 4 over 5 times 4 minus y. Okay. Now, we are left with this idea of if we have a minus b, we can set that equal to minus or minus 1 times b minus a. Right? It's essentially pulling out a negative 1. So all our negatives inside become positives, all our positives become negatives, and then I switch the order to make the subtraction the second term. So what I can do is I can do this as 8 times y minus 4 and pull out a minus 1 on the bottom. Right, so minus 1 times 5 is going to be minus 5. And flipping the order around, we're going to get a y minus 4. And now we can cancel out our y minus 4's, leaving us with our final solution. This has to be equal then to minus 8/5. And we have to bear in mind that we have constructed this out of things that had y plus 3 and y minus 4, or 4 minus y on the bottom. So we have to do the caveat that y cannot be equal to negative 3 because we get a division by 0 there. It's a very tiny whole, but it is still a whole, and y can't be equal to positive 4 because those are our zeros that we had. So if we built it out of things with holes in it, those holes remain after the fact.